Hey guys, what's going on? William C. Comma. I'm good. Welcome in. I'm glad you're doing good. Any of y'all spend time with family? Are you going to spend time with family? I went to a dinner yesterday with family. Then I went to a friend's, got my laptop fixed, and not my phone. We were hoping, but of course I lost everything on the laptop, but it couldn't be helped. It's a dinosaur. The thing is so old. You had family come stop by today. That's cool. Yeah, I had dinner with my stepdad the other day, and then my brother invited me to dinner
yesterday, and we went out to the community center, and a bunch of family got together. It was pretty cool. My kids weren't there, but they have their own lives, their own other dinners to go to. So had a good time. I enjoyed it. Although I spent all night working on the daggone laptop. Everything we tried didn't work. So I ended up finally having to just get rid of all the data. Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. My family actually surprisingly have been spending a lot more time together lately. Even like before COVID hit. Used to be we got together during funerals or marriages, so it's kind of a nice switch. They did do birthday parties sometimes, but not a lot of people came. Daniel Barry, welcome in. How are you? Happy Sunday. Although I was up half the night, so I slept half the day. Well, I was up all night, so I slept half the day. But I missed you guys. I always miss my fam when I'm away. First care for you, yes. Yes, that's important. Rodolfo, hey, how are you? How's your holidays going? I got so much going on, guys. Like, I need a card too. I could probably pull a card, see what comes out. 70? Oh, I'm jealous. But I stayed pretty warm today. My heater kept me warm. Of course, at my friend's house, I had to go out and smoke because the people that he stays with, like, they don't smoke in the house. So it was cold as hell outside. So the last couple of times while he was trying to get my computer set up, I was like, I'm going out to my car. And I went out to the car and warmed the car up. Oh yeah, William. Yeah, I don't have all that, but yeah, this is just one of my nerd friends, one of my geek friends that and he doesn't take offense to that. That my mom and family kind of adopted a long time ago. He actually babysit my kids for a while. But he's got computers everywhere, guys, like everywhere. And he's got like, I don't know how he does it, but he's got such high internet speed. It's crazy, but he's got cords running everywhere. But he knows what he's doing. So share you shared me with your friends what my videos? Where Daddy, welcome in. What would life be without you? Backstab, betrayal, left for dead. You share all about Tara. That's pretty cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, guys, you want to see what I get? Who wants to see what I get? Rodolfo, you want to see? You want to see? All right, let's see what I get. Spirit, what do you want to tell them about me? What do you want to tell them about me? I'm a little nervous, guys. I go live. I don't do my own readings. Well, they say tarot readers can't because they have can't do our own because we have expectations. But let's see. Let's just for fun. Let's see. I got a lot going on right now. All right, give me one card. I'm in my own element. This is Aquarius. Been through hell and back. Bullshit meter's running. It's running big time. Very tapped in, very intuitive. Ready to make take an offer in. Listen to what people have to say, but ready to cut that shit out if it don't resonate, if it doesn't fit. So that's good. I'm in my own element. Yeah. Seeing above the clouds are below. So they'll hear you out. You know, Queen of Swords, she'll hear you out. But she's very tapped in. So you got bullshit. She's gonna figure it out. She's gonna tap in and figure it out. Maybe you score $40 tomorrow. I've been opening myself up to receiving, guys. Like, my friend, he's pretty cool. In some areas, like, he's got that like laugh, and it drives me up the wall, and he knows it. But other than that, like, he's been there for like me and my kids since my kids were little. And I told him that my Bluetooth in my car, I like fried it when I was in Clarksburg. And he's like, well, I think I got one around here. He's like, I think I got one in the car. He's like, I don't use it anymore. He's got some other kind of system he's got going on. I don't know. He's always got something new. And so he was like, you can have it if it's in the car. So, guys, I have my Bluetooth back. And he gave me a mouse for my computer until I get a Bluetooth one. He gave me a mouse with a cord for my laptop. So that was pretty cool. And this laptop is like 10 years old. And I only use it for like transferring pictures and stuff because it got so much of a headache. And we tried to do that thing where he took over administrator. We tried to do that a couple of times now, and it wasn't working. And he was just like, well, you could always, you could always come over and I could take a look at it if you want, because he's not that far from me now. And so I was like, yeah, sure. You got gas money? And he was like, yeah. So he sent me gas money. So I was like, what would be a reason not to go? You know what I mean? Plus it got me out of the house. And so I was supposed to go on Friday. I didn't feel up to it. I had my dad's dinner and stuff that I had to do for us on Friday. So I was like, what about if I come tomorrow or Sunday? And he was like, well, I have dinner at my parents' on Sunday, so you have to let me know. Well, then I seen a text from my brother saying they were having a dinner at 3. So, and it was on the way there. Look, walking away. It was on the way there. So I was like, why not? I'll put it in there and we'll see. Because my phone don't have service. But the community center had Wi-Fi. So I messaged him and said, I'll be there. It was late when I left. And then, of course, I sat in the swivel chair acting like a little kid, make myself dizzy half the night. But we first we tried to default it and keep my information, but it was stuck. It wouldn't go anywhere. So after waiting forever, it like got to 82 and it just would not go anywhere else. So he gave up on that and decided to try to download Windows 11 on it. Well, it wouldn't take that. It wouldn't work with that. After all that work, it wouldn't work with that. In the meantime, like we got all my pictures off of it, all my videos, all my movies and stuff. We got all of that off of it and put it on my terabyte. We got all my pictures off my Google accounts on my phone. So, hoping that it would stop that not having enough space shit so I could use my camera and my video. Well, it still didn't work for the phone. But anyway, backtrack. That was the backstory. Anyway, so Windows 11 wouldn't go on it. Joey's like, maybe it's a Windows 10. So we went and looked and it was Windows 10. And he downloaded Windows 10 on his little scan disk thing like he did with 11. And ended up putting that on there. And then once we got a new Windows 10 on there, we backdated it. And I just told him, I was like, just delete all my information on it. Just delete everything. So I lost all my data. I lost everything I had on there, except the pictures and stuff that we got off. But all my other stuff is gone. My Tiger's gone. So I have to start all over. But it was pretty cool. That thing has not run like that. It's not going to know what to do. It's set back to brand new factory settings, but then we had to download all the apps and stuff on it too, which it won't take YouTube, guys. So I have to go through Chrome to do YouTube. So I don't think my camera's going to work on it because I think that's what it's saying by the camera's being used by a different application. So I don't know. I might try it later, but I don't know. It won't come up. It won't let it do the apps, but it's an HP and it's old as the hills. Yes, I'm a people person. I love people. Yep. So Aquarian. Yeah. You like your phone in cloud storage? Well, I had some stuff on OneCloud, but I took it off of there. I had some pictures on OneCloud, so I took that off of there and shut that down. And then, because I didn't think that I would be able to get back into my Microsoft account, but when we started it back up, my Microsoft account popped up on it. So I guess I didn't forget those things. And we went to put my Gmail accounts on it, and they were already on it, so can hold a lot. Well, I've got a government phone, and it is driving me up the wall. But he looked at it, and he's like, it doesn't make any sense. It says storage is critically low. It won't let me video. It won't let me take pictures. So I got to take all my pictures and stuff through my Messenger app, then save them, and then go from there. But it was like my phone, it was saying I needed to update it for my pictures, that I didn't have enough space. But as you can see, hold on, we cleared that. Where did it go? Go back. Crazy thing. We cleared that. So that's not an issue. And then my other one, has only got 5% on it now. And it was critically low. So we got all the pictures off of it. So it's not the pictures. It says it's the apps, but he went through my apps and looked at my apps and he said, no, that doesn't make sense. That it's not showing the apps taking up that much space. Because I literally don't have that many apps on here. So where was that? Storage. Absence system is taking over most of the phone. So, but he looked at my apps and he said, there's no way it's taking up all of that. He went through each of them and looked at what, what they were, how many megabytes and stuff it was taking off of it. And he said that don't make sense. So I don't know. I don't want to set this back to factory settings. I already had to do that with my laptop. Clear Gmail. Yeah, see, I thought about that. I thought it might be my Gmail. I've got a lot of shit in my Gmail. There's so much stuff coming to it, and I've got so much going on. Like, to sit and do it, it takes me hours, and it's been several months since I've done it, so. No, can go pro. Yeah, see, I know a lot. He's taught me a lot. I know a lot, but man, I don't want to reset that to default. I already couldn't get my old Facebook on it from my other phone. It kept taking me to other people's Facebooks. One was a kid that I helped out, and then the other one was some dude that I don't know from. I don't know him with my phone number. It sent me to some other dude's Facebook. So I had to create a whole new Facebook to put on that. And I just don't want to go through all that again to reset it. So I'm definitely going to keep working on it, figure it out. Worst comes to worst, I'm just going to have to get another phone. You did your Gmail and got a lot of bytes back. Well, see, I have some stuff in there that I don't want to get rid of. Like there's some big ones, but it's information and like stuff for me that I put in there. Although I don't know, that Lemurian I could probably take out because I do have that on my terabyte now. But we put everything on my terabyte. Like my terabyte is full. I'm gonna have to get a new one. And he also said something about maybe, he kept telling me my disk in my computer was fried. And I'm like, don't say that. Stop saying that. Don't say that. So, like, he was like, well, we could always get another drive for it. I could put another drive in. And then he sent me a link to get something where I could plug in this one into the other one if I needed anything off of it. So I don't know. I might end up putting a new drive in it. I don't know. We tried to put more graphics in it before, but it's so old. You can't add graphics to it. So I don't know. One day I'll break down, get another one, but that's the very first one I've ever owned. I bought it myself, and I've hung on to it. Even though my kids dumped candle wax on it, So it's pilling up on one side. And then when SWAT came into the house down there, they threw it across the room and broke the edges of it. And I had to pop the bottom screen back in. So, but I mean, it's still going. Slows the phone with all the mail. Yeah, that's going to take me forever. I'm not looking forward to that. Anyway, we got the walk away card and I was still talking, but walking away from old things, old belief systems, old patterns, old people, you know, walking toward the ninth of cups, knowing nine of cups, knowing our worth, going after what it is we're worth. Tired of standing here stagnant. You know, the past meant something, but you know, because we stood them up. It meant something. It helped you grow and evolve and learn and, you know, learn about yourself, learn about your worth, learn about where you were over giving and not receiving back, only receiving crumbs. So we're going after the ninth cup. And once you get to the ninth cup, like you don't need love, you don't need people, you don't need anything, money, nothing to make you feel whole and complete because you're whole and complete already. And because you get to a vibration where you don't need it, it comes in. You got your read like that today by another reader? Yeah, we're leaving the old. I can feel the shift coming. We're getting ready to shift. I can feel it. And like I said, I've already opened up to receiving. So like, he paid for my gas to go down there and he gave me a Bluetooth charger to put in my cigarette lighter. So I have Bluetooth now. And he gave me the mouse to plug into my computer so I can use the mouse now because I don't know what the heck happened to mine. And he told me that he already sent my daughter something for her baby and he had some other stuff that he was looking at to send her. So, but he's always been like that. Like sometimes when I was struggling, like he would help me out sometimes. I wouldn't ask very often because I don't like asking, but or my kids would call him and tell him they needed something for school or something and he would get it. Like my kids are part of his family and he babysit them. So like he calls them his kids. It was a little weird at first, but then I was like, okay, well, you know, they kind of are. He did kind of help take care of them while I was working and stuff. So they're not, but they are. But we're not together. But, you know, I don't know. All the kids that he's babysitting, he calls his kids. But yeah, it was pretty cool. And he showed me all his gizmos and his gadgets and things that he went to thrift stores and got for like cheap prices. It's crazy. What was that thing he called it? Steam? It wasn't Steam card. It was Steam something. And he got 2 of them for like $100. No, $50. Yeah, for like $50. And them damn things are $500 a piece. Only him. Only him. The read stands, we believed. Thank you. You're welcome. Oh, we got the Lovers. So the Lovers is also a choice. So you may have a choice to make. You know what I mean? There may be a choice coming in. You need to be open and vulnerable. Yes, you're going to question it. And you should. You should always question everything. And, but it's being sent by the divine. Now, the thing about that is, though, is sometimes it can be sent out in as a test. Not that God Source Divine wants to test you and put you through all of this and all of that. But sometimes they will test you to see if you've leveled up, if you're ready to receive what it is that you're asking for. You know, sometimes you'll be tested with a repeat. Are you going to get in this repeat cycle again? Are you going to do this again? Are you going to overgive again? Are you going to defend yourself and over explain yourself? And I have. Are you going to be optimistic? Or are you going to be negative about this? Are you going to let fear hold you back? Things like that. No, you say we're good. Yeah, I say we are too. As long as we stay tapped in and in tune with us, I'd say we are too. We're walking away from old cycles. And I mean, we got the walking away card. We're walking away from old beliefs about ourselves. And, you know, those people weren't put in our lives to cause us pain. It was never meant to be painful. It was meant to be evolutionary. So we were meant to take that and look at ourselves. And sorry, my foot was itching. So look at ourselves and see what we need to work on in ourselves, the mirror reflection, and whether or not we were going to know our worth. And I, for one, got stuck in the loops of cycles, you know, and the more you stay when you should really go and choose yourself, the harder it is to walk away. Like, it gets harder and harder, but then you get dropped from higher levels and higher levels and higher levels. So holy fire is powerful. Yes, it is. It is. At the end of the day, you know, we got to choose us. We have to choose us. I've had a couple of different instances where other people have been trying to put their burdens on my back, and I'm like, no, not this time. Nope, not happening. So I have a little brother down here who had 4 dogs they wanted to give me. And I know why. They want to do it because they brought their one little dog to my house, and they seen, you know, all the responsibility that I had with the other dogs. And they know that I'm good with them. They know that I take care of them very well. They know that I train them. So they had to get rid of their dogs. And they wanted me to take all 4 of them. And I'm like, no. I have my cat. That's enough, you know. But they ended up, I don't know what they ended up doing with the other 2. I don't know if they still have them or what, but they have 2 of them to my dad. So, and they're supposed to be like buying dog food and stuff for him, which we'll see how that goes. It didn't go all that well last time. But anyway, so then, and not trying to put her on the spot, but I got a message from my brother. Remember the house that I told you guys that I own with him, but he bullied me so much that I just said, forget it. You know what I mean? I'm leaving. Well, apparently my other brother gave him 2 other dogs. So he has 4 dogs now. And so she was like, you should move back to the trailer and take care of the dogs, because your cousin hasn't worked since your brother fired him. Now, that's before I left there in February of last year. He hasn't worked. He's been staying at the house, and he's been taking care of these dogs while my brother goes to work for them. Okay, so he's gone most of the time. And he's got a dog. And then my cousin's got my dog that I gave him, that God told me to give him. But then they took on these other 2 pit bulls. And she's like, you should move back to the house and you should take care of the dogs. It's your house too. You should take care of the dogs so your cousin can go to work in the spring and your brother can work here. And I was like, nope, not doing it. I tried with him. I tried to help him. I tried to lead him and give him guidance to fix the place up so that we could succeed, you know, and, you know, things would work out or whatever. But he refused to listen to me. And it's not my fault he's struggling. It's not my fault. None of that was going on when I was there, because I was taking care of everything in the house and outside, except for when I got down and I got sick and I got tired of being taken advantage of. So I stopped doing the outside. And that was after I had my heart attack. And then I was taking care of the dogs. Yes, he was sending food, but I was the one training them. I was the one taking care of them. You know what I mean? And I had to fight. And I'm not joking. I had to fight to get paid for taking care of them. So no. I'm not taking it on again. I choose me. I choose me, and they can figure it out. This is what I said, guys. Karma's a bitch. I don't have to do it. I don't wish it on anybody. I really don't. But I've gave it to my guides. I've gave it to God, divine source, my guides. I've gave it to them. You all take care of it. I let it go. Because hanging on to anger and pain and resentment and hurt, all of that, it doesn't weigh them down. It weighs you down. You're not forgiving them because what they did is okay. You're forgiving them because what it releases you. It releases you. It allows you to feel free, and you're no longer drinking that poison from their cup. You're no longer carrying their cross. You're making them carry their own. So, you're welcome, William. So yeah, I have no hate for anybody. Not my exes, not anybody. Not the ones that took all the money from me and screwed me over and decided they were going to go out with my brother's ex-wife, or the one in jail who, you know, called me every time he needed somebody to message somebody, or he needed some information about something, or he needed some money, or no, I'm not mad at any of them because that holds me back. Matt Turner, you're a straight up alcoholic. Hey, at least you can admit it. Yeah. And I don't even want to know what's going on with these people. Like, I don't even care. Like, what's going on with people in my past. I don't care. I want to release it. But the information keeps being brought to me. Little birdies keep coming in and telling me what's going on. And that's just God letting me know, hey, you know, they're not living it up out there like you think they are. Like, when I pull my energy back from something, whether it be a person or a business or something like that, I always see that, you know, they have a downfall. And that only happens if someone's taking advantage of me, or someone's treating me wrong, or someone's trying to get one over on me. Because, see, God hears conversations that you don't hear. He hears those conversations. He knows the intentions. He knows the agenda. You're not going to escape it. Sometimes they ask, what are you smiling about? You're smiling about because you're taking your power back. You know what I mean? What's it? Where's it going to get us if we're just sad and we're depressed and we're beating ourselves up for, okay, you know, mistakes, as people say. If we're beating ourselves up for what didn't work out, what wasn't successful, you know, you got to get up, dust yourself off, pick yourself up by your bootstraps, and keep moving forward. And people don't get karma for what they do. They get karma for their own actions. They get karma for the way they treat people, what their intentions are, what their agenda is. So none of them are getting karma for me. They're getting karma for their own actions. Like when we were best assholes. Yeah. I used to be that. I have a big heart. I have a very big heart. And I care about people so much. You know, I want to see everybody succeed. So, like, I've gave chances after chances after chances. And not because I'm gullible or delusional, like they used to say, but because I truly can see the potential in people. I can truly see their soul. I know what they're capable of. And I've changed. Yes, I was on cycle after cycle after cycle, but I've changed. So other people can too. I wanted, I really wanted them to wake up and see what was in front of them, to wake up and see the value of what they had, but they didn't. So that's not on me. Yep, karma is just a lesson that needs to be learned. And you will be pushed off the cliff. You will have that tower moment, whether it's good or it's bad, which I don't see any as bad because it's all evolving and growing you. But you will be pushed off of it. Whether that's because you lose a relationship, you lose a job, your whole world gets turned upside down. God Divine Source will keep doing it until you decide to build yourself correctly. And he's helping you do that. It's not against you. He's not doing it to hurt you. He's doing it so you can wake up and see who you are, so you can get out of the box that freaking society has put you in. And cycle after cycle, generation after generation has repeated. And it's a brainwashing. You're welcome, karma. Yeah. Hey, don't think I haven't gotten my share. I've gotten my share. But it wasn't because I was doing people wrong. It was because I was overgiving. It's because I was wearing my heart on my sleeve, and I was giving people chance after chance after chance, and that's not what I was supposed to be doing. I was supposed to be choosing me. It's in the country. It's in the boondocks. Up in the boondocks. Instead of the boardwalk, it's the boondocks. But it's surrounded by trees and nature, and it's nice. You'll be there tomorrow. Yep. And it's all about what you do. How do you decide to handle it? Like your emotions. Nobody's responsible for your emotions. You're responsible for your own. So how are you going to handle situation? Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Like, I let these people drive me so crazy that I was going off. Like, I'm not lying. I was going off, trying to protect myself and defend myself, when in reality, later I had an epiphany moment. Why am I defending myself? I have nothing to defend. Why am I letting them guilt trip me? I have nothing to allow them to guilt trip me for. I've gone above and beyond, well above and beyond anything anyone else would have ever done. So, and people are starting to see the grass wasn't greener on the other side. Oh, the house I own with my brother is out of town. It's in the country. I mean, it's not really country, but it's country. It's outside of town. And there's a lot of grass and trees and stuff around too, but we had neighbors. It's me and my two brothers. It's ours. But he's never gone and done the legal paperwork on it. You're way out there too? Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm just at the point, guys. I ain't carrying. I'm done carrying everybody else's crosses. Mine's heavy enough. I don't need anybody else's. And I'm not perfect. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not any better than anybody else. I'm not saying that. I'm just willing to go within and do the work on me. You know what I mean? And I have had talks upon talks upon talks with God Divine Source of anything that I've ever done wrong in my past. And I have apologized to anyone that I have done anything wrong to. Not intentionally, wrong, but wrong in any way. I'm not too big to apologize. Hell, I have apologized to my own children. And I got on my kids, and my kids got in trouble or whatever, and then later I found out that I was wrong. I have apologized to my children. I'm not too big to do that. They're human beings too. We earn that dime. Yeah, we earn everything. But there was a time where I was one of those people where the glass was half filled. And I couldn't remember the good things. Like I thought so much from the bad things and all the trauma and everything that I'd been through that I was one of those people, you know, and I lived in the past. And afterward, you know, when I started remembering some of the good things, I realized that, you know, I am the one who forgot. You know, I'm the one who decided to put my attention, my perception on the bad. But then I would get around people that would bring back up the good, memories of some good things. Not many, but some good things that happened when I was, you know, growing up and stuff. You know, I started to realize that I needed to think more about what was good opposed to what was bad. And I started becoming glass half full kind of person. Because there was very little good in my life as I was growing up. But, you know, I asked for 2 bottles and more glasses. Optimum joy. Yeah. I got offered to take a sip or a drink of something he was drinking. He mixed with he mixed it with yoo-hoo, Kahlua or something. I don't know. He mixed it with yoo-hoo, and he had a drink while I was there. But I was like, nope, nope. I'm not drinking anything. I'm driving. Plus, I don't. You know, I don't really drink. I never really was a drinker, but I've had times where, you know, I did. Like, I've drank ooby doobies and gotten totally wasted. Yoo-hoo, yum. Yeah. I should have took advantage of that and got one while I was there because he had a whole thing of them, but and he offered it, but instead I took the Dr. Pepper. He even gave me a couple to bring home because I didn't have my tea or anything, and he's living with somebody else. He's living with an adopted brother and I guess their mom and her family, one of their moms and the woman and their kids, which one of the kids' names was Alex and the other kid's name was Joey. I was like, Alex, huh? Wow. You missed Chocolate Soldier. What's Chocolate Soldier? I used to drink cream de cocoa with my mom. That was pretty damn good. But you get tore up on that shit. You had a blackberry Dr. Pepper shake this past week. That sounds good. I like Dr. Pepper. I just don't drink it very often. I still got one. I drank one coming home. Boy, I miss my hot tea though. And I was just turning in that swivel chair. And then I was like, man, I'm dizzy. He goes, well, that's what happens when you tend to turn around in a swivel chair. I was like, yeah, but I'm kind of tapped into my childlike energy right now. I'm having fun. I had to do something. It was so boring waiting on that damn thing to upload. Yeah, Dr. Pepper, yeah. I had one while I was there. So I had my tea. I took my hot tea with me. And I was just about out of it by the time I got there because it was like, well, it was an hour and 20 minutes away. But I stopped at the family thing first. So I was drinking some of it while I was there. And then they had Dr. Thunder there, which I didn't really care for, but I drank it. They had other stuff too, but I don't like Mountain Dew. I don't do Mountain Dew. and they had the generic Mountain Dew and all of that. So I took the Dr. Thunder, and so when I got there, he had like, I still had some of my tea. I asked him to get me a soda. He got me a Pepsi. So I drank my Pepsi while I was there, and then I didn't have anything to drink. So I asked him, for Dr. Pepper, because he had Coke, Mountain Dew, and Dr. Pepper there, and I don't do Mountain Dew. And then he had Yoo-Hoos, but he had a smaller thing of Yoo-Hoos. So I drank a Dr. Pepper while I was there, and then I brought two home. I drank one on the way, and I still have one. Yeah, Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew, man, I don't know. They say that Pepsi, it tastes like sugar, but to me, Mountain Dew tastes like nothing but sugar. And see, I was in their house, so I didn't want to. I don't know what they got there. I didn't want to ask. I didn't want to intrude. And I didn't know if they had tea or coffee or anything like that. And I could have asked, I guess, but I didn't want to. And the kids were running around and showing me, like, one of them, the little boy Alex is autistic, so his mom was like apologizing to me for him screaming out, and I'm like, he ain't bothering me. Don't worry about it. And then the other one was running around. He actually got in trouble because I guess he got into the Christmas stuff. I didn't know that that's what he did, but he brought this thing in, had Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse on it, and he was showing me Mickey Mouse, and then he took them off and he was like putting them on his chest, and he's like, see, I was like, yeah, they go in the window. So like he went and put it in the door window, and then he put Minnie in the door window, and I told him I used to have Minnie shirts, and then and I used to wear Minnie Mouse shirts all the time when I was in high school. And then he had a little wreath, and he was like, could it go on the door? And I was like, I think it's supposed to go in the window, buddy. And he tried it on the door and it fell, and he was like, yeah. So he put it in the window, and then his dad hollered at him because he was getting in the Christmas stuff. And he was like, we're supposed to do that together as a family. And I just thought, what's a couple of stickers? But I kept my mouth shut. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. Born to be wild. Yes, I used to be. I used to be really, really wild. Happy go lucky wild. But, those years of all that pain kind of dimmed my light, and I became really serious. You were born near Disneyland? Oh, that's pretty cool. I've never been there. My mom wanted to go, but we never ended up going. Orange Chapman Hospital. I was born in Baltimore City, Maryland. Baltimore City Hospital. I don't care for the city, though. But yeah, now that I've detached from all that past energy and stuff, like, my childlike innocence is coming back out. The wildness and all of that's coming back out. But yeah, I just sat there spinning in that chair. I was kicking it back and forth for a while. And then I was like spinning around in circles. I was like, I haven't done this since I was little. I have a couple of relatives still in Baltimore, but we don't really talk. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see many tarot readers doing that. I mean, they do talk a little bit with their people, but I don't really see them, just taking time out and just sitting and talking and having conversation and all of that. But I like you guys. I like conversating with you guys. And my stepdad was like, "Did you get the invitation?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I think I'm going to go." And he was like, "I'm not going." Of course, when he wants something done, he wants it done right now. When he asked my brother about some windows for the truck of my other brothers that he bought. And yeah, he didn't do it right now. He had things going on. And I was like, "Well, Dad, there's holidays. Like, everybody's busy. And my brother's busy anyway." And I was like, "Everybody's busy. I'm sure he'll get to it after all of this. And so I was like, "Well, I think I'm going to go because I don't go anywhere. I stay home. I don't go anywhere. I don't do anything. I get on my channel. I talk to my peeps and I pretty much just stay in my room or do whatever around here." And I was like, "So I think I'm going to go." And then we get there and like I'm there for quite a while and Dad walks in. You love Hawaii? I've never been to Hawaii. I've never really been anywhere, guys. Like, I got married twice, didn't go on any honeymoon. My first marriage, I got married sitting down in a lawyer's office. My second one, I mean, I wasn't even allowed to tell anybody about getting married. We got married in a church. And they found out well after we were married, which was weird. But I never even went on a honeymoon. The only thing that I did do is after my mom died, I decided to take my kids and go to what they called Buffalo Gap. And I decided we needed a family vacation. So we went up there for like a week. I ended up actually owing the bank for that for the longest time. I finally got that paid off, but yeah, I mean, but I just felt like my girls and my mom were very, very close. So, mom passing away, and she was the one I turned to all the time. So when I realized she was a narcissist, that really, really killed me. But, um, so she was gone, and I just decided that me and the kids we needed to go do something. So me and the girls went to Buffalo Gap, and we had a ball. You live on the Big Island? That's cool. As an adult, the furthest I've been is Maine. I was 18 when we moved to Maine. Me and my first baby daddy moved to Maine. So I was pregnant with my son at the time, my first kid. But other than that, anywhere else I've been, like Canada and stuff, when I went to Canada, I did that with school. But it's mostly been Maryland, Virginia, and West Virginia that I've been. Maine sounds lovely. It was cold as hell. Me and him got into it, and I took off one night. We got into it. He was drinking, and I had asked him not to get drunk, but he was drinking, and we got into a fight, and I took off in my house coat one night. I was barefoot. I was barefoot and pregnant, and like I left. I took off. I had my house coat on. I took off, and a cop ended up stopping me and like making us talk and making me go home, but yeah, I was mad. Boy, I was mad at him. Yes, cold as hell. Yes. Yes. I wore that house coat all the time. Like in the house, outside, I didn't care. I don't like being cold. Even my own stepdad told me like years ago, like back in 2015, because our house, yeah, we've got the wood stove. And at that time, we had one on the porch out here and we had one here, but it never warmed up the bedroom. So you'd be in the bedroom and you'd be seeing your breath. And I remember when mom was alive, like I could see my breath. Like I'm claustrophobic, but I would still cover my head to get the heat. And so when after mom passed away and I had that other back room, the one that he's in now, because it was 2 rooms, but my brother Donnie split it and made it one big one. But anyway, I had a heater. And he used to tell me, he was like, "You're going to make a man a good woman someday. But by George, they better be able to keep your ass warm." The one, welcome in. It's called High on Life. Try it. But yeah, I mean, it was so like, yeah, because he'd walk in there and it'd be hot as shit in there. But I don't like the cold. And I've got that like fireplace heater in here. I hooked it. I quit using the little one because it wasn't doing any good. But sometimes I got to get up and turn that thing off because I get hot. It's cold and hot, cold and hot, cold and hot. I popped your eardrum. I apologize. I'm not trying to. Most people are reflecting. They're projecting. I don't take that shit serious. I never heard that one before. I never heard which one, William. My hair keeps tickling my nose. Make a man a great woman. Yeah, he used to tell me that all the time. Because, I stay here with him. And like when I stayed here before, I kept the house up and, I helped out with the wood. And I also pay, I pay on the bills. And at that time, my brother that passed away was still here. And we split the bills 3 ways. But, I mean, that was just me. I made dinner. I did it all myself before. This time, This time we take in turns. I'm not doing it all myself anymore. Double-edged sword. William, the problem is that any man that's been with me has not seen what he had in front of him. I treated them like kings and they treated me like dirt under their feet. So, but there again, I was an overgiver. I was an overdoer. So they took advantage. But I've got to accept my responsibility in that too, because I was an overgiver. Like my love language, okay? I think about you when I go out to town or whatever. I think about you. You got a favorite drink or a favorite snack or something, and I'm out in town, I'll bring it home to you. You know what I mean? That's just me. I show I care in a lot of different ways. That's treasures in heaven, Matthew 6:21. Yep. I can't remember that one. I can't remember who does it. I used to know, like, because me and my son, my oldest, we used to say it, and he learned it in school. And though I walk through the valley of death, I fear no evil. And that's just what it is. The devil has been trying to take me down since I was a little kid. He's not having a good time at it. Like, see, my shirt says, nope, can't go to hell. Satan still has a restraining order against me. I have another one that says something like, the devil says, oh shit, my feet hit the, oh shit, her feet hit the floor. She's awake again. Yeah, magic carpet. I know I feel a lot better with all the love and stuff that I've poured out to everybody else. I feel a lot better pouring it into me. It's kind of like magic. And knowing, I don't have to feel guilty for pouring it into me. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, internally, I'm happier now than I ever was my whole entire life. Even as a kid, even before things went bad. I mean, obviously, yes, I've had other traumas, like watching my mom get beat up and get her jaw broke when I was little in my nightgown. Um, Watching SWAT come in and bust our door down and take all us kids, take mom and my stepdad to jail because he was into drugs really bad. My uncle was being in and out of jail. Well, my uncle being in and out of jail. Um, Being molested by my other uncle, like shit like that. But before we moved from Baltimore and we moved to West Virginia, I didn't have to other than stupid shit and the molestation. I didn't really have like a really bad experience. Like, our families were close and we did things together, like the crabs. My uncle catching crabs in the kitchen and cooking them, and us all getting together and eating them and stuff like that. But when my mom got with my brother, my second to oldest, and my youngest brother's dad, and moved from Baltimore to West Virginia, my life took a downhill big time. Tell who I need roses. Who am I telling I need roses? I like roses, by the way. I'd rather have roses than a box of candy. But my favorites are like honeysuckle. I love honeysuckle bushes. You're fading fast, Rodolfo. What do you mean? Like sleep? Oh, the one with the restraining order. never had anybody have one of those against me, but I did have one against my first husband. Well, Rodolfo, you can go to sleep. You'll see me again. I'm busy and I got a lot going on, and I don't have any certain time I get on here anymore, but just whenever the spirit calls me. But get you some rest. You don't gotta stay on here. It's good to see you though. Oh, my shirt. Yeah. He's gonna need more than flowers. Or I'm gonna need more of the flowers. I'm gonna need more of the flowers to get around. I've danced with the devil so many times it isn't funny. Yeah, he fell in love with me too. But at the same time, he's scared of my ass. You're welcome, Rodolfo. He sends his little minions after me. I say we did good tonight. Yeah, we did. That was kind of cool, pulling my card too. I want to be able to get some stuff for the baby. Things are tight right now, but I will. You feel awesome. Yeah, I feel pretty cool too. Of course, like I said, I slept half the day, but I was up all night. I didn't get home till 8 o'clock this morning. I was like dragging ass too. It was everything I could do to keep my eyes open coming down that road. And then I was like, I wanted to get V8 juice while I was out. And I was like, I am not sitting and waiting for the store to open. I want to go home. So I went out this evening and got V8 juice. You can call me like widow. You're a widow? Is that what you're saying? An avenger? Yes. I'm right there with you. We're avenging this world. We're taking it back. One step at a time, but we're taking it back. But that's Aquarius anyway. We help people grow and evolve and see things from a different perspective. Excuse me. I was just like, I'm getting on my channel. I still haven't figured out the best time, but then again, like I said, spirit calls me, then I listen. That's just like moving. If spirit's pulling me in a direction, I might resist it for a little bit, but then I'm like, I go. And I don't know what's around the next corner, but I trust. I have faith. I know it'll be shown to me. And if I go through anything rocky or anything hard, I know, it all has a purpose. Even if I can't see it at that time, it all has a purpose. But I am learning to trust myself again, too. I'm still working on some of my mindset, which, I mean, the teacher has to be the student, right? Avenger. I like that. It's like superhero. My cat's just sitting out there all comfortable. Dad said, your cat kept coming to me last night and meowing. Kept going to the door, going to the bedroom door, and then coming back to me and meowing. I said, that's because he wanted fed. It's not like he's starving. Like he's constantly eating. Fatal deception. Welcome in. You try everything you must. I'm getting I'm getting myself back to that because I've been dealing with the empath narcissist paradigm. So, after everything that I've been through, it's a little fearful to step back out there, but I'm working with that. I'm working with that within myself. I'm allowing myself to, have different experiences and stuff. But I mean, I've just picked up and left, and like, people are like, what are you doing? You're crazy. Like, what are you doing? Why would you do that? The spirit called me. And sometimes I want to go do something, and the spirit's like, nope, not right now. Not right now. You're being delayed. You're being held back. Not right now. So I listen. Right. Right. We're all helping each other. We're all one. We're all helping each other. Even our enemies are helping us. You're always a student. Yep, me too. Yep, me too. I was just talking to somebody at the dollar store about that when I went to get my V8 juice. We just had that same conversation. Everything happens for a reason. I believe that. It all comes together. We have signs all around us. We just got to learn to listen and not just with our ears. We got to listen with our minds. We got to listen to things that are put in front of us, signs on billboards, songs, even movies, numbers, animals. We gotta learn to listen. It's kind of like Mercury retrograde. That tells you to sit the hell down. You know, you're not going anywhere right now. You're on delay. You might as well be patient, sit the hell down, go within, reflect, regroup, come up with some kind of strategy before you move forward. But as much as, I'm learning to love Mercury retrograde, that shit hard, man. It is hard. Because you're going to come out of it with some lesson. You're going to come out of it letting something go or changing something before you move forward. And my biggest thing is patience. But I've learned when Mercury retrograde comes, just hunker down. You might as well just hunker down because just go with the flow. You're not going to figure it out. You're going to have shocking tower moments, whether they be something that feels like pain or something that excites you, and your life is going to be changed after that. Something is changing. So I'm glad Mercury is going direct on the 29th. I'm so glad we can start moving forward again, picking up speed, changing. But then again, I'm like, am I ready? Because I just got a feeling that once it picks up, it's picking up. So I'm enjoying my downtime. And come on, if we didn't have a planet that came in and made us sit the hell down and like reflect, we wouldn't do that shit. We wouldn't reflect. We'd just keep on going. Sometimes you got to sit down and reflect. Sometimes you got to look back at the past 6 months and, or the past couple of years and see how your life's been going, where you want to change it, where things no longer serve you, things no longer resonate with you. Right, William. Well, you enjoy yourself. I had a good evening. Thank you for talking to me and having me pull a card. Thank you for just being here and supporting me. I appreciate it. I love my peeps. Stay safe. Take it easy on yourself. Yep. I'll see you next time. But everything happens for a reason. I had a plan, but God Divine Source said, nope, we're going this way. Yes, bless your house. I am planning on doing a reading, but I guess we were supposed to veer off track for a little bit. Like I said, I trust everything that happens. It all happens for a reason. So I ain't made up my mind yet. Am I going to do a collective or am I going to do an all signs? Okay. All right, Divine said all signs, so we're going to do an all signs. All right. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. What's going on? What does Aries need to know? What's going on? Oh, Aries, you might have a mess. Cards just all tried to fly out. Oh, signs. Aries. What's Aries need to know? What's going on? What's Aries need to know? What's going on for Aries? Thank you. Yeah, Aries, you're walking away from a circus. Walking away from the circus monkeys. Walking away from the chaos. Walking away from the mess. Yeah, there's judgment being called over it. This is the Seven of Swords. Liar, cheater, thief. You know, leaving the circus. Looking behind. You know, while you leave. But this is also your liar, cheater, thief. Sneaking away in the dark, not thinking anybody sees them. But they left two swords behind. They've left evidence behind. But this is also you taking off, planning, plotting, strategizing something new, walking away from all that craziness, wanting something else. So there's been a judgment call over this. There is going to be a judgment call. You're also being called on your destined path. You're being called to walk away from this shady person or situation. And, you know, Archangel Raphael is calling you to your path, to your destiny. He's also calling a judgment call on the people of the past, the things of the past. They're raising you back up out of the grave. So, you know, you've been through heartbreak, betrayal, stabbed in the back, taken advantage of, maybe third parties. But they thought you were down. They thought you were dead. They thought they put enough swords in your back that you weren't going to get back up. But God, Source, Divine, your archangels, they all have a different plan. Taurus, what's going on? Taurus. Clear out energy, bring in new energy. What's going on for Taurus? Taurus, I heard getting it together. There's something you're getting together? Your thoughts, maybe? Your mind, your life, your plans. What's going on for Taurus? You might have something to do with no, that's too many. You might have something to do with a Gemini, because Gemini popped in my head. Or Gemini might have something to do with either something in the past or something in the future. Or something you're dealing with now. Doesn't have to be, only for those it resonates with. Taurus. What's going on for Taurus? Okay. All right. Where is my pendulum? Still, please. Is this supposed to be in the reverse? Is this supposed to be in the reverse? Okay. All right. So, hold up. Is this one supposed to be first? Is this one supposed to be first? Yes. Okay. All right. So, Taurus, yeah, you're getting your shit together. You are. You're becoming the emperor. And the emperor doesn't become the emperor overnight. The emperor has been through all the suits and has become the king of all 4 suits. So you've been through the battles. You know, you've been through the ups and the downs, all through the complete tarot. From, the Fool to the World, back to the Fool again. But standing in your power, you've learned a lot, you've grown a lot. Your emotions, your stability, your finances, your passion, your fire, all of that, getting it balanced, getting it straightened out, your logical mind, all of that. So you could be, standing in authority. You could be more of an authority figure. You could be a leader. Could have something to do with an authority figure too. But going after what it is that you want, determined, fiery, not letting anything hold you back, not letting anything stop you. Knowing what it is you want and knowing you're going to get it. So where have you been though? You've been the wounded healer. You've been the wounded person. I don't know why I said healer. Everything happens for a reason. So, maybe you're a healer. Maybe you're healing yourself and healing others. So that come out for a reason. It's left you guarded. You have the guard back here. You kind of have your walls up. You need to let them down. You need to open back up and open your vulnerability back up. And you need to go on a brand new journey. Take this wand and go on a brand new journey. Get your fire and your passion back. Get your spark back. Go out and have fun. Let your hair down. Yeah, I know you've been wounded, and I know you've been through a lot. Like I said, you don't become the emperor overnight. But and you've had a lot of battles, and you've won some of these battles. But you're put on the front line because God's source divine trusts you, believes in you just as much as you believe in them. They know you can do it. You could be a cycle breaker, the wounded healer. To break cycles, you go through a lot of trauma. It's not an easy job. Even with a healer, it's not an easy job. First, you got to heal yourself before, laying knowledge and wisdom down for others to heal others. So you need to follow your destiny, follow your path. Start opening up and listening to your emotions. Getting fiery and determined and going out there and being that emperor. Gemini. What's going on with Gemini? What's going on? Gemini. Take it back. Gemini, is there something you're wanting to take back, or something someone around you is wanting to take back? Because I heard take it back. I don't know what that means. You'll know what that means. It resonates with you. Maybe somebody around you has done something to you and they wish they hadn't. Maybe they're in regret. Maybe they want to take something back. They want to do over, maybe. Gemini. What's going on with Gemini? What's going on with Gemini? I heard hurt feelings. So yeah, maybe someone hurt your feelings. Someone did something that hurt your feelings. Gemini. What's going on with Gemini? Thank you. Okay. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so you are like, you're getting in that boat. You're leaving the choppy waters behind. You're going on a new path. You're going on a new destiny. You're listening to your higher self. You're taking forward with you only what you need. You had 10 swords stabbed in your back. You're down to 6 now. You're only taking 6 with you. This represents all the ideas and the knowledge and the wisdom that you've gained along your journey. You're taking that with you. And along the way, you're gonna, let some more of that go. But, you're not taking the pain, the sadness, the anger, the resentment, all of that with you. You want to go into calmer waters and you want to go, to your dream world. You want to have your dream. You're tired of the craziness, Mercury retrograde, and chaos that's been going on around you. You're tired of the manipulation and the gossip and all of that nastiness. But what this has done for you is you're self-made. You're self-made. You're self. Yeah, you're not sacrificing yourself anymore. You know your worth. You know who you are. You planted seeds in the past that maybe you might have forgotten about, but you're getting ready to reap your harvest. Your harvest is getting ready to come in. God's Source Divine says that yes, there is somebody in regret. Somebody is regretting that you're moving on. They see you out there moving on. They see you moving towards your dreams. And they're telling you that when this comes in, whether this be an inheritance, an actual inheritance, if it resonates with you, you'll know it. You would already know. Or if this is a spiritual inheritance because you are self-made, self-owned, self-operated. So they're telling you that when this does come in, make sure that you hold something back for yourself, whether you hold more for yourself and you give a little, or you hold a little for yourself and you give a lot. Doesn't matter either way. This is meant for you. When this harvest comes in, this is meant for you. They're also saying you don't got to tell anybody about this. Matter of fact, you shouldn't tell anybody about this, because the more you tell people about what you're doing and what's going on with you and what you've got, the more people look at you with those jealous eyes and the envious and the envy, and they want to take what's yours. They believe that it should belong to them. So yes, you can help, whether it be a lot or it be a little. Just make sure there's something you put back for yourself, because you earned this. This is earned, whether spiritual or in the physical. This is earned. There are blessings coming in. That's what I heard. Clear out energy, bring in new energy. Cancer. What's going on with Cancer? What's going on with Cancer? It's time So Cancer, it's time for something. Time to shine. I heard time to shine. So for some of you, it could be it's time for something that you're wanting to go on. But Divine Source is saying it's time to shine. It's time to get out there. It's time to shine. It's time to stop holding yourself back. It's time to stop dimming your light. What's going on for Cancer? Okay. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, Cancer. Collaborations, working with people, getting out there in the light. Maybe, you know, leading people, maybe being the leader. People are inspired by you. People are watching you, and both envy and in awe, you know, being inspired. Get back out there and be playful. They got pomegranates on here. You know, you've been too serious. Get back out there and be playful. And maybe you need to seek a mentor, or maybe you're going to run into someone that has some ideas that's going to help you with something that's going to inspire you. That's a very big possibility here too. But they're also saying, you know, you've been the student long enough. It's time to get out there and be the teacher. And whatever it is that you do, it doesn't matter what you do. Any job, you know, be the leader. Be the one that people look up to. And you don't got to do anything specific to be the one that people look up to. You just got to be authentic. You got to be yourself. You got to be out there, not afraid to shine, not afraid to be who you are. Be unique the way you were designed to be. You don't got to be like everybody else. You know what I mean? Somebody's got to break out of the mold. Somebody's got to break out of the box. And the King of Wands. You're becoming the King of Wands. Inspired, fiery. You've been through hell and back in the king suit. This is fire, passion, creativity. You may have, you know, came across some blocks or felt blocked. Now you start out on a bleh. Please. You start out on a new journey as a page. Not knowing where you're going, being inspired, being determined, being fired up, adventurous, wanting to get back out there. And, you know, you're excited. You're excited for something new. A little fearful, but excited. And then you go into the king, and the king is, or the knight. And the knight is back and forth, indecisive, not sure. Am I making the right decision? You know, back and forth on your creativity, back and forth on your ideas. And then you hit the king. And the king, he's a leader. He's very determined. He's very fiery. There you go. That leader spirit again that I was pulling. You know, getting out there, shining, being passionate, being determined, being fiery, you know, and growing something. There's something that you're going out to do that you're going to grow, but only when you step into this leader position. You stop hiding yourself in the shadows. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. What do you want to tell Leo? What do you want to tell Leo? Confident, be the king. That's what they said, Leo. Something about your confidence, something about being a king. So, what I know from the experience of Leos, the Leos that I've been around, you can get a little cocky. You can get a little cocky. You can get a little bit in your ego. Don't, you know, it's not, this isn't meant to hurt you. This is just, you know, sometimes you need to take advice from an advisor, you know, and you don't have to do what they say, but at least listen, because it may give you some ideas on your journey forward. You may get some ideas from it. You may take some knowledge from here, some knowledge from there to go on this journey, but they're telling you to get out there and be confident and courageous. Leos are supposed to be the kings and queens of the zodiac. You know, there are leaders. So they're telling you to step into your own element, Leo. Yes, listen to other people, but put twists and turns on it and make it yours. Leo, what's going on with Leo? What's going on with Leo? Thank you. Leo, you gotta stop looking back at the past. The past doesn't even fill you up anymore. If you really sit and you tap into your feelings, you will recognize and understand. You're not supposed to regret anything of the past. It was to grow you and evolve you and teach you lessons about yourself. But if you really sit down and you're honest with yourself, really honest with yourself, you'll understand that the past no longer inspires you. You know, you lost your taste for that a long time ago. You're clinging onto it out of your comfort zone. You turn around, there's 2 more cups behind you and a bridge. You may be wanting to bridge something with somebody, reconcile with somebody. It's up to you ultimately is what, yeah, up to you ultimately what God Divine is saying. If you want to bridge the gap, then you can bridge the gap, but it may take you on another cycle, another round around. And that doesn't have, that doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong. There just might be some lessons back there that you haven't learned that you need to pick up. And these are lessons about yourself, not lessons about someone else. These are lessons about yourself. You're looking at what's spilled. You're looking in front of you at what's spilled. There is a bridge here. You can bridge the gap. You can go back if that's what you want to do. You can accept that back. But if you turn around, there are 2 cups behind you, 2 other offers, 2 other things that have potential. And you can cross that bridge and, some of you may get a home. There's a home here. I also heard foundation being built. So yeah, this could be seen as a foundation, a new foundation being built if this thing will come in. Say, it's like something new being built. You don't want to see it as a house, as something new being built. You're building a new foundation. But in order to build this new foundation, you got to turn around and see what's behind you that you're missing. You got to get out of the past. Why are you in the past? Because you had a tower moment. The tower came in. The tower came in to shake things up, shake things out, shake the ground down, bring it back down. And that makes sense, crumbling down to the ground to be rebuilt. This is starting to rebuild here. Because this tower moment shook everything down. It shook your whole world up. One's being thrown out of the tower, one's jumping out of the tower. God Divine Source is bringing this in because this cap does not fit this tower. This tower is square. The cap is circular. It's also you. This is you, your temple. You've built it wrong. Your belief system has been what? You've had the wrong belief system about yourself, and you've patched up holes and cracks in it. You patch things up when things come along. You kept trying to make things work over and over and over again. And, patching the holes and stuff doesn't make the tower sturdy. So when third parties and third energies come in, like another person, if it's a cheating scenario, which could be, I could see that with 3 cups being spilled. Or just third parties with like friends, family, parents, other people's advice, other people's opinions, taking on other people's belief systems instead of your own and staying in your own and being authentic to who you are, no matter what anybody thinks about you, being unique, embracing your uniqueness. You patched holes, you patched cracks, you tried to make things work, but ultimately, everything that got swept under the rug just kept growing in energy, and it just exploded. Because you have to work through things. You can't just sweep it all under the rug and act like it doesn't exist. There will be a tower. Things will come down, and it will have to be rebuilt correctly. And this is you building your temple back correctly, changing your belief systems about yourself and building yourself correctly, not being afraid of being unique and being different and being out there and being authentic, not defending or over explaining yourself for who you are, what you want in life, what you're going after, what your passions are. Clear out energy, bring in new energy. What's going on with Virgo? What's going on with Virgo? Okay. I said no. So somebody saying no to something, Virgo? Are you saying no to something? Is someone trying to push you in a direction of something that you're not wanting to go in? Or wanting you to do something you're not wanting to do? Spirit said if that's the case, stand your ground. You're right. Stand your ground. Don't feel right to you, don't do it. I also heard could be vice versa. So this could be for a cross watcher dealing with a Virgo. What's going on, Virgo? Okay. What's going on? Okay. Yeah. Yes. There may be messages coming in. Very fast, rapid communication, messages coming in, information coming from a distance, someone shooting communication from a distance, someone maybe moving towards you from a distance. Also could be Cupid's arrow for some of you guys. Like some of you guys could be love messages coming in. Cupid could be shooting that arrow and shooting you in the heart, when you thought that you had your heart blocked and you weren't opening back up, but Cupid has a different idea. So fast-paced communication. I don't know if you're going to say no to this. You may say no to this. Or you could be communicating with someone that says no. This communication could turn things around for you, one way or another. Then you've got the Empress. So knowing your worth, standing in your power, being very intuitive, staying grounded, reaping your harvest. Okay. What you sow, you will reap. I heard what you sow, you will reap. Having fun, getting back out there, playing, birthing new ideas. You have ideas. Or some of you can be pregnant. This could be a communication about a pregnancy also. I can see that for whoever that may resonate with. But being very tapped in, being very grounded. She commands nature. Whatever she touches turns to gold. If she commands nature. She's planted seeds, they will grow. She will reap her harvest. Having your emotions grounded and balanced. There's water in this. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little waterfall here. So, something may come in that might, try to get there might be communication about something that's emotional, but you're going to stay grounded through it. You have a waterfall here. Could be waterfall of tears too, but you're gonna keep your emotions balanced, even if maybe you need to purge something. Maybe there's going to be a communication that comes in that makes you purge something out, to cry the tears out, to be able to release it, to be able to step into your Empress power, knowing your worth, knowing who you are. And you may need to say no to this communication in order to do that. You know, or this communication is going to change your world, and it's going to make you step into this Empress or Emperor. You know, take it as it resonates, male or female. Clear out energy, bring in new energy. What do you want to tell Libra? Okay. Libra, you may be stepping in your own energy too, because I heard the scales are balanced. And Libra, you're all about balanced scales. You're all about what's fair for everyone. You don't like to make waves. You're usually the one that stays, you know, after the party's over to help clean up or to clean up. Cleaning up other people's messes? Have you been cleaning up other people's messes, Libra? Could be an authority figure. Could be a judge, a lawyer. Could have to do with a judge or a lawyer. Something about cleaning up other people's messes. Wanting fairness and balance. Doesn't have to be, take it as it resonates. Could just be you wanting fairness and balance. Wanting fairness for everyone involved. Libra. Libra. What's going on with Libra? What's going on? Tell us what's going on. Okay. What's going on with Libra? It came out kind of sideways, so having the strength to tame the inner beast, having the strength to tame your emotions, tame your thoughts. Thank you. Okay. Maybe you're trying to get a handle on that because it did come out kind of sideways. So maybe you felt like you haven't had the strength, but God's source divine is saying that you do. You do have the strength. You can do this. You can tame this inner beast. You can tame your inner emotions. You can get a handle on the situation. She's handling this lion, and this lion's letting her. You know, she's closing this lion's mouth. So, taming your emotions too, maybe. There's a repeated cycle on here. Something that keeps repeating, repeating, and repeating, and repeating. Maybe you're stopping that cycle. Closing his mouth. You're stopping the cycle. He's been roaring all day. He's been throwing a fit all day. And you're silencing him. You're ending this repeated cycle. You're silencing him. So maybe people around you are throwing a fit and roaring and carrying on and, you know, a lot of gossip and stuff, and you're being silent. See, she's silently closing this lion's mouth. She's not speaking. She doesn't have her mouth open. She's not talking. She's silencing the commotion. So maybe by you not reacting, you controlling your emotions, you not speaking when people are being dramatic and people are trying to take you down, just being quiet. Sometimes you just need to be quiet. Don't react. God, source divine says you have this power within you. If you do that, if you don't let naysayers get to you, envious people get to you, people project their stuff onto you, and you keep your emotions balanced and you're quiet. You don't tell your plans, you don't speak, you don't react when when they lash out. You're going to get the foot out of the wheel. Your wheel is going to start turning. This is your wheel of fortune, but it's been stuck and stagnant. You've been stuck and stagnant on this path. But they're saying, tame those emotions, be silent, stand in the middle of the wheel, see what happens, allow things to flow around you, see what happens, because this is part of your destiny. This is already meant for you. It is protected, it is guarded, it's also being carried. So nobody can stop your destiny. They can delay it, they can throw, obstacles in your path, but ultimately they cannot stop it. It's still going to happen. So they're saying, take your sword and cut out what no longer serves you. Speak your truth. Stand up for yourself. Stand on your beliefs. And they're saying that you have all the tools that you need that are around you to be silent, be quiet, and move forward. Don't tell people your plans. Don't tell people what you're doing. You get money, you get an inheritance, you get something, you get a step up. Don't tell people. That's for you. This is part of your destiny, part of your fate. People don't need to know, because when people know, they want to destroy it, or they want to take it, or they want to sabotage it. They want to dim your light. Clear out energy, bring in new energy. Scorpio. What do you got to tell Scorpio? What's going on with Scorpio? It wasn't me. Are you telling someone it wasn't you? Or is someone telling you it wasn't them? Scorpio, is someone around you deceiving you? Someone you're close to. It wasn't me. Somebody needs to take responsibility for something. They need to take ownership for something. What's going on with Scorpio? Or you do. What's going on with Scorpio? What's going on with Scorpio? One more. Okay, Scorpio. This could be vice versa. I'm getting some of these readings as vice versa. So take it as it resonates. If it's you, then it's you. If it's someone else, then, it's someone else. But standing your ground, standing up for what it is you believe in, not letting anybody falter you, standing in your own belief system, standing in your power. Also standing on guard. You may be standing on guard for something. You have competition around you, but you're standing your ground. They're saying the competition has nothing on you. As long as you stand up for your own beliefs and you're authentic. You're authentic with who you are, what it is you want, what it is you believe in. Could be your self-beliefs too. It does have the potential to grow. There's a lot of growth on these wands. Taking action. Standing above the crowd. And that doesn't mean you're better than anybody else. But standing above the crowd. Standing above the competition. You could have a lot of people coming at you, Scorpio. Could have a lot of people coming at you, accusing you of something or something. Envious people. I'm feeling you're a little confused. You have a confused look on your face, and I'm feeling a lot of anger coming from these people. Confused, but still standing up. Not being fearful to stand up. Not being fearful to believe in what you want to believe in. Going after what it is you want. Being firm in your boundaries. Setting your boundaries and being firm. You're waiting on something to come in. And it's not that you think it might come in. You know it's going to come in because you're standing there waiting on those ships to come in. You're building a foundation for something. You have 3 wands of the 4 corners of the house, you know, the stability of the home, the stability of your life. Could also be, you know, you're building your stability in your belief system. And people are angry about that. People are angry about something that you're doing for yourself. But you're waiting on something before you take action. And those ships are coming in. They're coming in. They might be taking a little while to get there, but they are coming in. Standing in your power, being open and vulnerable. Usually, I would say taking the wand and going on a journey. And yes, you're still going to be going on a journey. Whether that's someone coming to you or you going to someone in a distance. But he's not taking that wand. Because I'm being drawn to the fact that these are all planted. They're already planted. So you've already put down some of the foundation. And maybe what's coming in is going to be the final wand in the building of that stability of the 4 corners of the home, the foundation, whatever it is, the dream. Yeah, because these are all already planted. There's something you've been working on. And you're looking out over the world, you know, realizing there's more out there. This isn't the end all be all. There's more out there. But in order to get it, you've got to take action. You got to stand up for your beliefs. You got to take action. You got to do something. Because, see, there's that wand. I just got called to that too. You have that wand in your hand. It's already in your hand. It just needs to be planted. And then once it's planted, you can walk through. Yeah, okay. Once that's planted, you can walk through the doors of success. You'll have the 1111. You'll have the success. You'll have the higher, excuse me, something don't want me to talk. You'll have the higher level of commitment. Because I just got, like, my throat got constricted, but at the same time, like, saliva came down and just, tried to stop me from talking. So maybe the devil doesn't want this, but this is a higher level commitment. This is a celebration. This is success. Once these wands, this last wand, take this last wand and you plan it. Okay. And I heard go on that journey. Go on that journey. Don't let anything hold you back. See, these people are holding you back. These people are jealous. They're envious. They're hating on your stability that you're building. Put that wand there. There's that stability. People may be trying to sabotage it. But they're saying stand in your power and go for it. Go on the journey. Guys, you got to give me a minute. I have got to go pee. I feel like my bladder is going to explode. And then I will be right back. I'll be back. I'll be back. Are you not going to stay? Come on, I gotta go. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, Sagittarius. While I was away, I was meditating on your energy. Clear out energy, bring in new energy. Sagittarius. What's going on with Sagittarius? Anyway, I was meditating on your energy. Hold up. You even hear me? Sagittarius. I'm talking, don't even have the thing in my ear. So while I was away, I was meditating on your energy, and you might have heard that. I don't know. But anyway, I heard fire in the hole, and then I heard lost in the darkness. So, fire in the hole, lost in the darkness. I don't know. That's all that's coming to me. Maybe some of you are out there practicing, target practicing, maybe? Oh, okay. Yeah, they reminded me. Okay. All right, that makes sense. Okay, so Sagittarius, you're the archer. So, okay. You've been lost in the darkness. You haven't been able to see clearly. But you are the archer. So, point your arrow wherever you want to go and let go. Release the arrow. Point it toward your target and release the arrow. And follow that direction. So whatever you're wanting, go after it. Set your sights on it and go after it. You're not lost. You feel like you're lost in the darkness. But where is your passion? Where is your fire? Took a minute for that one to come in. You just came in. Not going right back out. I gave you a choice, in or out, twice. You chose in. You're in. Okay, so everything that happens in a reading also is meant for the reading. So my cat is crying to get out when we literally just came in, and I gave him 2 chances to come in or go out, and he chose to come in. So maybe someone's wanting to come in out of the cold, but they're back and forth, in and out, not making up their mind. Spirit is saying to follow your passions. Set your sights on something and follow it. You're not in the dark. You have to choose you. You have to choose your passions. You have to choose what's right for you, what feels right to you, what you want to go forward in. Does them coming back in feel right to you, or does it make you feel like you're in the dark, like you don't know what's going to happen, like you don't know the future, but yet you don't know the future if you set your sights on something that you want, something you want to go after? You're the archer. So you have to point your arrow and stand firm in it. You'll hit your mark. Wow, a lot of these signs are pointing to A lot of these messages tonight are pointing toward people being authentic, being their authentic self, going after their dreams, not allowing anything to stop them. Okay, let's see. What's going on with Sagittarius? What's going on with Sagittarius? Might have something to do with Capricorn. I felt, well, I saw Capricorn in my head, so could have something to do with a Capricorn? No, only one. Could have something to do with a Capricorn or Capricorn energy, the devil, toxic energy, or it literally could be something to do with a Capricorn, or Capricorn could be cross-watching. Capricorn could have something to do with your past or your future. Take it as it resonates. Give me one more card. What's going on with Sagittarius? What's going on with Sagittarius? I heard fire went out. So did your fire go out? You need to relight that spark. Oh, one more card for Sagittarius. Okay. What's going on? Give us one more. No, one. One. Okay, yeah, you've had a tower moment. One. Who else had that? Can't remember. Gemini, maybe. Might have been Gemini. Check out Gemini's reading. I think they had the Tower and the Five of Cups. There's the Five of Cups. If it wasn't Gemini, then I apologize. I don't remember. But somebody else had the Tower and the Five of Cups, and the Tower showed itself. So you've been through a Tower moment. Something's shaking you up. But you're still reminiscing about the past. Something that you no longer have taste for. Doesn't light you up. It doesn't light your spark. Doesn't light your fire. Fire went out. That makes sense. Fire went out. Left in the dark. Hello, Sassicus. And Sassicus is now entering your reading. He wants to be seen. You're fine. I know, but you're fine. I promise. There's nothing to do out there anyway. Everybody's asleep. Can you get out of our way, please? You're just going to make yourself at home. Okay. Sagittarius, maybe somebody's trying to come in and make themselves at home. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. You can't see, but the star card fell out. The Sassicus is blocking your reading. Somebody's blocking you. Someone's trying to make yourself at home. Somebody's trying to block you. Block what it is that you want. Block your passions. Block your fire. You are healing over this, though. You've done more healing than you know. Open up. Allow yourself to be vulnerable again. Know that what you want, it's been heard. Your prayers have been heard. Divine Source is lining up the stars, lining things up, moving obstacles out of your way. You might need to be a little bit more patient. You've gained a lot of knowledge and wisdom on this journey. Saying to pour that knowledge and wisdom out to the world. Whatever it is you've learned, you may be a healer. You could be a healer. You have to heal yourself in order to heal others. You also could have something to do with an Aquarius. I heard wish fulfillment. Pay it forward. Open your heart. Allow yourself to open back up. The past at one time meant something to you. You're having some regrets or something, or some depression over it, of the past. But divine source is saying these cups are spilled. They're no longer full. They're no longer giving you anything. Oh, and now he's going to get out of your way. But he is settled right here. So settle the score with the past. Get your closure. You have nothing to regret, nothing to fear. With the black, that's also fear. Devil energy. Turn around. Turn around. There's 2 cups behind you. There's something that you're wanting to bridge, or maybe somebody else is wanting to bridge a connection. They're wanting to come back in, throw you off balance, bridge a connection. But divine source is saying turn around. You have 2 more options behind you, and they are full potential. You can go across the bridge. You can go on this journey, go across the bridge to a new home, a new place, maybe travel. Travel the distance. Maybe there's someone that's distant from you, or at a distance from you. Maybe they moved away, at a distance from you. And what you had crumbled. This could be a crumbling building, and the cups are spilled. But you can turn around, see these options behind you, choose one of them. Then you'll see the bridge to cross over to maybe a different place. Maybe you might be moving or traveling, or you're wanting to. Either way, they're saying you're missing something from the past. So either way, if you turn around, you can either bridge the gap between you and the past as something that crumbled down and fell apart. The tower moment fell apart. Or you have the potential to cross this bridge and build something new, or move to a different place, a different house. Are you content? You're mad, so you're going to block the camera? Is that what you're doing? You're interrupting the reading? You want to be seen? I love you. Clear out energy, bring in new energy. Capricorn. Capricorn. What's going on with Capricorn? This is a maze. Labyrinth. Maybe you felt trapped in something and you feel like you can't see your way out or find your way out. Maybe you're also feeling like you're in the dark. Don't see your way out of something. Don't see a way forward. Keep hitting a roadblock. So yeah, you might want to check out the Sagittarius reading. In the labyrinth. It's a maze. You're repeating a cycle. You've been repeating a cycle, so you keep hitting a dead end. Switch your perception. Look at things in a new light. Maybe fear is blocking you. Listen to your intuition. You're not listening to your intuition. You haven't been listening to your intuition. You've been letting the fear take over because you keep repeating a cycle and you keep running into a roadblock. That roadblock may be your fear. Could be your fear that's holding you back. You're not listening to your intuition. Your intuition is trying to tell you something. What's going on with Capricorn? What's going on? Thank you. What's going on with Capricorn? One more. One more. That's too many. Yeah, you might want to check out Sagittarius reading because thank you. Sagittarius had the star card, and the star card just showed itself to me. So may have something to do with the Sagittarius, or messages are in the Sagittarius reading for you, or there's a Sagittarius around you, or you need to change your focus. Change your focus. Okay, so Five of Swords, battle, conflict, fighting, words, slinging hateful words, using words as weapons. You can steal the swords from your enemies. Don't allow the words to hit. Don't allow the words to take you down. Don't allow their perceptions to be put on you. If you don't react to those things coming at you, it won't affect you. It'll boomerang back to them. So if you don't allow it to get your emotions out of whack, get you in your head, overthinking, you take those swords away from your weapon. You take those swords, those weapons away from your enemies. And they're going to be sulking. If you do this, they're going to be sulking because karma is going to come back and hit them. They're not going to want to fight anymore. They're not going to want to fight anymore because those swords are laying on the ground. You've taken them away from them. They're laying on the ground. You have some of the swords in your hand. You have a two of swords here with a decision that you need to make. You have one sword here that you use to cut out whatever doesn't serve you. So they're going to be regretting. They're going to be going back and regretting what they've done, what they've said, dragging your name through the mud, I heard. Yeah, you're tired of the gossip and the chaos. You're ready to move forward. But you are looking back and kind of being a little bit cocky about this win. Be careful with that. Make sure you stay humble. But either way, you're leaving the choppy waters behind you. You're leaving the battle and the fight behind you. And you're moving forward. Now, why is this? You planted seeds in the past. You're getting ready to reap your harvest. And you don't need to tell anybody about it. You can be silent about it. You don't need to tell anybody about it when your harvest comes in. Seeds that you've planted and maybe you forgot about. Something that you've done in the past, you're going to reap rewards from that in the future. You're self-made, self-operated, self-owned and operated, self-built. I just got a pain in my neck. Maybe one of you all were feeling a pain in your neck, or maybe someone's been a pain in your neck. It came and went. So, and I didn't have it before. So, tapped in with nature, very loving, very caring. She's lovingly looking at this bird. So maybe you love nature, you love animals. This is also knowing your worth, standing in your worth. Stand in your power. Anyway, when this harvest does come in, when these blessings come in, because you've got blessings coming in, you're receiving. The bird is sitting on your hand. You maybe get messages from nature too. The bird is sitting on your hand. So when this does come in for you, they're saying make sure that you save some back for you. Whether that be, saving a little bit or saving a lot, it doesn't matter. As long as you put something back for yourself, you can give a little or give a lot. But as long as you have something back for yourself, because you're building something. You're building something for the future. Yeah, you're needing a nest egg. Don't worry about your finances. They don't want you to worry about that. They are saying save something back for the future, for something you're wanting to build, something you're wanting. Could be an expense, something you're wanting to spend money on. Either way, knowing your worth and not telling everybody what your plans are, what your ideas are. Aquarius. What's going on with Aquarius? Tapped in. So Aquarius, you're tapping in. You're tapping into your intuition. You're tapping in. You're listening to your guides. You're listening to yourself. Okay, tapped in and ready. So Aquarius, you may be getting ready to go on something. Maybe listening to your guides. You may be guided to go somewhere. Literally, like he just got up and went. He blocked Sagittarius. He laid down and got comfortable in Capricorn. And for Aquarius, he just up and went. Like something bit him in the ass. He just up and went. So maybe something's going to fire you up, Aquarius. Something's going to get you to get up and go. Listening to your intuition, following your heart, following your instincts. Okay. What's going on with Aquarius? What's going on with Aquarius? What's going on? Okay. Aquarius, something's under the surface. Something's wanting to come out. Something under the surface. Deep truth. I heard deep truth. Gotta check that. What else? What's going on with Aquarius? And that is crazy because that is the Aquarius. The star card. That is who you are. Came out in reverse, but we're going to check it. One more card for Aquarius. One more card for Aquarius. Thank you. Okay. All right. Is this supposed to be in the reverse? No, I had a feeling. Okay, Aquarius, this is your element. This is your element. standing in your element, knowing who you are, standing in your power, gaining the knowledge, pouring the knowledge, being a healer, helping others heal, gaining wisdom, gaining enlightenment, listening to your intuition, opening your heart back up, opening yourself back up to be vulnerable. Your wish has been heard. The stars are aligning. Obstacles are being moved out of your path. Even if you can't see it, like the star will come out and shine light. Just like the moon, it'll shine light in the dark. Just like the sun, it'll shine light in the dark. So maybe something's been in the dark with the moon, but the stars are coming out. They're going to shine a light on it. This is also stepping into your power, being the star, being out there, being shining, being vulnerable, being authentic, not being afraid of being seen. At the same time, staying grounded. She's got 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on land while she's pouring water into the water and water onto the land. So I feel like, yes, you're pouring knowledge into the community. You could be a healer. You could be healing so that you can help heal others. But also, that is a card of healing. You've done more healing than you realize. But also, with 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on the ground, keeping your emotions balanced, keeping yourself grounded, while also being open and vulnerable. Okay. And this one's got 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on the ground too. So yeah, definitely keeping your emotions balanced and grounded. There's growth in both of these. There's green in both of these. The greenery for growth. There's water in both of these. So that's emotions. There's red on the wings of the angel and red on this bird here. So bringing more of your power out, standing more in your power. You may be standing in it in a little bit. You're taking it back, taking your power back from something, but it's going to grow. Like your power is going to grow. You're going to get out there and shine. Your power is going to grow. Also, like I said, wish fulfillment. Obstacles are being removed. This angel is trying to mix two things together that don't go together. Opposites attract. Strengths and weaknesses of each, combining them together. Something that don't normally go together. Bringing in a new contract. Pure, because of the white. So pure intentions. And our third eye. Very in tune, listening to their gut. Tuning in with the third eye. Listening to your intuition. Owning your crown. There's a crown here, shining with light. Getting back out and shining in the light. Putting your crown back on your head. Your guides are working on something. Divine source, spirit, universe is working on something in your behalf. You need to stay grounded. Something may come in that may get your emotions, and you need to stay grounded. Don't overreact. Don't react. Don't let your emotions be pulled out of balance. Stay balanced and stay patient with this card. That's patience. What you want's coming in. Your wish fulfillment is coming in, but you gotta be patient a little while longer. You just gotta be patient. I heard your abundance is coming. Whatever that may mean to you. Follow the path. Stay on the path. There's a path here leading to this crown. So follow the path. You will be recognized. You will shine. You will find your crown. You will be recognized. Okay. Pisces. Clear out energy. Bring in new energy. Pisces. What's going on with Pisces? Pisces. It's empty. Oh, it's empty. Promises? Maybe somebody's giving you empty promises, Pisces. It's empty. And then I heard promises. Jar. Empty jar. Void. Okay, so an empty jar could be a void. Could be feeling a void. Feeling like you're lacking something. Something's not working out. Something's not coming to fruition. Something didn't work out. It was only empty promises. They're gone. So maybe somebody came in. Maybe you felt like you had a void. Maybe you felt like you were lacking something or you needed something. And someone came in and temporarily filled that void. But it was only empty promises. Maybe it didn't work out. It was only empty promises. Take it as it resonates. That's too many. What's going on with Pisces? What's going on with Pisces? That's too many. Yeah. What's going on with Pisces? Yeah, something's a mess, Pisces. Something's still under the surface. What's going on with Pisces? Okay. All right. Okay, Pisces. You're standing in your worth. You know your worth. You know who you are. You know that nothing outside of you completes you. You're already complete and whole. You're not coming from a place of lack anymore. So you may have been coming from a place of lack, feeling like you needed something outside of you to fill you up, to fill that void. But you're realizing now that you don't. You're complete and whole in yourself. You're loving yourself. You're knowing who you are. You're knowing that anything and everything that you want or feel like you may have needed, it's always been there. Like you've always had what you've needed. The love has always been inside of you. You've always had the capability of building your own foundation, of being self-owned and self-operated. You have thought that it was something outside of you, but the curtain's falling now. You're starting to realize you're complete and whole in yourself. You don't need finances, friends, a job, or any of that to complete you and make you feel whole. You don't need love to make you feel whole. Starting to step back into your power with a little bit of the red on the cap. Having wish fulfillment. But you get your wish fulfillment because you're stepping into knowing you, being authentic with you, knowing that you're whole and complete. Nothing that is meant for you can be taken from you. It can be held back. It can be delayed, but it cannot be taken. Once you step into your power and you step into who you are and you're authentic with yourself and you know nothing outside of you completes you, your 10 of Cups is automatically going to be coming in. But it's going to come in when you're not focused on it, when you're not thinking about it, when you're doing you and you're loving you and you're being you. You do have something coming in fast, or something did come in fast that put you in this mode. Could be a rapid message, communication coming in fast. Could also be a person I heard coming back with the truth, with some clarity. Something may come in and give you a tower moment that's going to cause you to go within and figure out that you've always been worthy. You've always been whole and complete. Could be a message coming in. This could also be somebody rushing in to be with you, to speak their truth, to give you clarity. Or rushing in to cut something out. A harsh truth, maybe? Either way, there's some kind of truth coming in, some kind of clarity coming. Now, whether that's somebody coming in wanting to be with you, somebody coming in telling you you're their wish fulfillment, or somebody coming in giving you a harsh truth that causes you to go within and realize that nothing outside of you completes you. It sends you into this loving yourself, pouring into yourself moment, which then brings in your 10 of Cups, your abundance, your joy, your happiness, your happy home, your happy family. But only when you take your focus off of it and put it on you. Okay, guys, that was your message, your messages. I hope that they helped you. I hope that they might have cleared something up, or at least gave you some insight to what it is that you need to do for yourself. Clear out energy, bring in new energy. But I do feel the energy. The energy is shifting. And it makes sense because Mercury retrograde is ready to go direct on the 29th. And yes, we're still going to have some post shadow, but for the most part, things are going to start moving forward. But things are also going to shift. I feel a shift coming. Now, yes, I feel like that is a shift in the collective. But I also feel like it's a shift inside of us individually. And it could be a worldly shift. But either way, I feel like a lot of us are going within and we're changing our perception and we're starting to realize who we are. And we're starting to become more authentic with who we are and not care what other people think outside of us. And, going after our dreams, going after our passions, saving stuff back. Of course, in this economy, we should be anyway. Not out of fear, not fear-based, but, just to support our future. But anyway, guys, that was your messages, and I hope that they helped you guys. I love you guys. you know, and I hope that each and every one of you out there are being safe and you are taking care of yourselves and you are not being too hard on yourselves. So take it easy on yourselves. Until next time. I love y'all. Later.